Well, here's another video. Again, this is probably going to be a video that designed for the future. And you know, I'm making this video in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, and right now I live in an apartment in a city, and to be honest with you, I don't find it a very fulfilling life. With with my lifestyle, I should say. Um, and my job, I do find very stimulating. But as far as my pastimes go, I mean, I find that my gym pastime that I have loved for years and years is kind of becoming stale. And given the coronavirus, I have to not be at the gym because they're all closed. I'm still working out with, in nature, doing Zerker squats with logs, doing bicep curls with big boulders. I haven't found a place to do pull-ups yet, but you can easily find one um, if you look hard enough. I just haven't looked hard enough. But oh, and by the way, I know what you're gonna say. The trees back there. Oh yeah, you can do pull-ups in the branches. None of them will support my weight. Um, they've cut all the branches off, and it's not good. So can't do pull-ups there. But I'm doing push-ups, doing overhead press again with boulders, and it's fun. Um, what else is there to do? Running, obviously. Those are some things that you can do to stay fit when there's no gym. And that's really what this video is all about. How do you stay fit when the gym's not there? Some of you have home gyms, if you're lucky. But equipment like that, I mean, it's not feasible for the everyday person to just go out and get a home gym. You need a squat rack, barbells, plates. That costs a lot of money. I might be lucky enough in the future where I'd be able to afford that, but not at this time. So those are some of the things that I would recommend to people. But more importantly than that, I think that it is important, of course, when this virus dissipates, hopefully very soon, that you become accustomed to doing things the old-fashioned way. So, for example, if you have, let's say that you have two options, right? Do you cut the tree down with an axe and a saw, or do you cut the tree down with with a machine? Cut it down with the axe and saw. You get a lot of good muscle work in that. A lot of abs. The hell is this? A lot of lats. You know, cut the tree down. And furthermore, I would also recommend to the future. This is something I would recommend that you try to do before society devolves into chaos. Become as skilled as you possibly can with martial arts. Word of warning about that. There are some martial arts that are better than others. The first martial art that you should learn to do is, in my opinion, stand up. So some form of boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, taekwondo. Take it easy on taekwondo. A lot of bad schools are out there for that particular style. As long as there's power and violence in it and mobility, that's what I'm going to recommend to you for a martial art. To some extent, maybe even judo for the takedowns and stuff like that. But, I think that when it comes to the jiu-jitsu and grappling side of things, that is very useful skill. In fact, in a one-on-one fair fight, no such thing as a fair fight, yeah, jiu-jitsu is probably the meta. UFC, if you don't know jiu-jitsu, it is over. And we learned that from the Gracies, right? But what if you're in the streets and you get confronted by like 2 or 3 different huge dudes, right? You got to stay on your feet, because if you try to do jiu-jitsu with 3 people against you, it's not going to work too well, especially if the other 2 are still standing. But as long as you know how to fight, if you have to, good skill to have, keeps you fit. Like anything, of course, you've got to train it. Yeah. Just keep up on whatever you're doing. Don't let it become rusty. Don't let your skills disappear. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. Boom. And, be sure to go on hikes and runs. I would say hiking is probably more important because, again, if society does disappear, how are you going to transport yourself? You can always rely on your feet to take you places. You can travel kilometers in a day. Many, many kilometers. If you have to. Like, what if oil runs out? I'm in my car right now, in the Regalia. No oil, no gas, no traveling, no transportation. And those are the big things. But as long as you're staying fit, that's better than being a couch potato. Talk to you next time.